Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a bench press day, but a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please remember to click like down below, it'd be greatly appreciated. Also, I have a join button now for memberships, and I might try to do another live stream today, so for those of you who catch this vlog, I think I'm going to have time to maybe try to squeeze one in today. So I may do one, wait for that. And let's get over to the training. As I said before, I'm going to be going over to a squat, bench, and deadlift day. Not really true body part split because I'm doing pull-ups most of the days. I'm going to do curls on the deadlift days. Triceps will be done on bench day, but I'm also adjusting my total training volume. Now, the training is hard right now because I'm cutting hard. Trying to get down to make weight. Need to get regionals done, then I'll worry about other meets. I need to just get used to being at this lighter body weight. I need to get as lean as possible. So I'm going to be cutting a little longer. Right? I'm not done cutting. I probably realistically would like to drop another 8 or 9 pounds of body fat, even though I've got abs and everything now, which people have definitely noticed. I need to get leaner so that I can be competitive in my class. I need the best body composition possible. So we went for really working with a wide grip today. And yes, someone asked, is this meet legal? I'm like, yeah, it's meet legal. It's not outside the rings, but it's pretty wide. I did 250 for 5 today and called it. The diet fatigue is there. Diet fatigue is definitely there. And like I said, I'm not worried about some strength loss right now because let's be realistic. If I walk in at my regional and squat 450, bench 250, and deadlift 500, these are all things that even this deep into my cut, you've seen me do 5 rep sets on, right? Within the last week. I'm qualified. That literally qualifies me for up to international level meets for my weight and age. So I'm not that worried about that. I'm mainly worried at this point about making weight. So carbs are down, everything's down. I've been increasing my water intake dramatically, which has made the scale go up a couple pounds because I'm drinking a minimum of 1.5 gallons a day. But that will, as calories are lower, that will actually help me burn through more body fat, and it'll help me drop water when I need to drop it, because all I have to do is cut the water out. People say, what do you mean? Well, if you're drinking 2 gallons of water a day and you stop drinking it, you do a water fast, you're going to lose 15 to 16 pounds from that within a day. So for the unaware of how that works. Problem I have is that a lot of my weigh-ins in the morning are after I fasted overnight. It's my morning weigh-ins. So that makes that a little dicey because I'm not 209 in the evenings, in the afternoons. So just an FYI, that's why there can be a little bit of an issue with that, because you've been dropping water weight from the water you drink throughout the day, through the night. But over to the training, we did the ramp up to a heavy set. Then we do the 5x10 at 50%. And I'm doing wide grip on these. And then I'm doing tricep work and pull-ups as the rest of the workout. So again, let's start looking at volumes, because what do we know about training volume? We start exceeding, for most muscles, about 10 sets in a workout. What happens? We know from 10 to 15, most muscles actually grow slower. It's what the data says. So if I'm going to do this sort of split setup, it's going to have to be quality exercises, watch my volume, focus on the movements that give me the most bang for my buck. Now, triceps are one of the muscles that seem to be able to handle a little more volume than others, so are quads. And my triceps need the work. So after doing the 5x10, I came in and stripped 5 more pounds off and did 2 sets of close grip. Those sets of close grip made my triceps cramp, because one of the things I'm noticing, yes, we know my pecs are limiting this wide grip bench. My pecs have to get bigger, and they will get bigger by doing it. But my tricep work capacity starts giving out. I've noticed my triceps get really fatigued. And again, triceps are the smallest muscle in my body right now. Realistically, they're my weakest muscle group in terms of size, I think. they get really fatigued. So I'm like, well, let's work on triceps a lot more. Closed grip benching, best way to handle that. The very best way to handle that for your bench press purposes. But I want triceps to be a bit of a specialization for me right now. I want to take them a step further. So I did 2 sets of closed grip. People say, why 2 sets? Because I'm at my recovery. My triceps were giving out on these. I was struggling with these. And I felt my chest and front delts, but mainly the triceps were hit so much harder and they were fatigued from the other pressing. But we've done 10 real work sets. Okay, we've done 10 real work sets on pressing. That's it. That's it. Doesn't matter that 9 of those 10 were not really to failure, right? Or, we could argue even that one set wasn't. They weren't to the same level of deep fatigue, but it's still quality work sets. They're inside of our effective reps, particularly the fatigued ones. So the triceps are the only thing that need a little more work. And what do I go with? I went with really arguably the best overall tricep builder, the laying tricep extension with a bar. Now, I like dumbbells for this, but I noticed the stabilization seems to take some out of the triceps. And now I'm struggling to kind of keep this fully balanced. And it's due to the width of the bar and me getting used to that narrow grip. I may need to switch over to my easy bar for this, or I need to do these with a wider grip. But we also get the added advantage. It puts a little bit of a stretch on the chest and the front delts and everything because of that pullover effect. And I think I'll probably be able to get that easier with the easy bar. I may mess with the easy bar next time, but I like the simplicity of the ability to use the straight bar. But I think it's stabilizing it is a little bit catawampus there on a couple of those sets. You can see some of the reps. So I may mess with the easy bar on these also, since I do have one. But 3 sets, they hit my triceps. It felt in a completely different way. Completely different way. I really felt that lateral head completely destroyed on the closed grip pressing, and then this seemed to really hammer my long head. But I do want it to be clear that benching and closed grip benching does hit the long head. That's a lot of argument, point of contention, but there's good biomechanics as to why it does. But in terms of what we feel, I think that stretch on it, I really feel it here. So again, making sure I'm getting complete tricep development. And if we count the benching as tricep sets, and I think that we should, it ends up being 13 sets for triceps. So they're getting the most work. And then I finish off with my 5 sets of 10 on the wide grip pull-ups. And even on these, I'm going to have to think very carefully about how I want to do the volume, because I like doing those sets where I test fresh. Because again, this is one of my big 4 for me right now is the pull-up. And I really like testing it fresh. So I like several mornings per week getting up and doing a set of pull-ups early in the morning. At like 2 a.m. 1 a.m. and then I go back to bed. But I like to do that. So I really have to think about how much total volume can I handle. Because if I want to do that several days a week and I'm really honest with myself about volume and overuse, I may want to only do pull-ups on 2 of my workouts. And I'm leaning in the direction of bench day and deadlift day. Because again, bench being an upper body day anyways, deadlift works the back a lot, and then I can let my squat day be a true leg day, right? At least with my idea of a leg day, my sort of leg accessories. So that's probably the direction I'm leaning towards. I really liked when I was doing 20 sets a week, but I do have to look at that and go, yeah, it's great for my shoulder health. Now with these wide grips, they make my shoulders feel phenomenal, but I do need to think in terms of overuse. I don't want to let that happen. And I should just get better and better at doing these work sets for 5 sets back to back. And then I really like doing those peak sets to see how many total I can get. And on some of these, what I may do on the 5x10 is start throwing the weight vest on with lighter weights, right? Do real light weights and build up and keep it at 10 plus, just over time. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.